Today, we venture beyond the realms of our terrestrial existence to explore the intriguing world of aliens. From the iconic Greys, the alleged abductors of humans and animals, to the elusive reptilians rumored to be infiltrating the highest echelons of power, we'll explore the origins, myths, and mysteries surrounding these otherworldly entities. Are we truly alone in the universe, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Welcome to Let's Be Briefed. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sydney.
And I thought with the congressional hearing that was like in late July on UFOs, which are now called UAPs, which is unidentified aerial phenomena, like aliens would be a good topic to do again. Specifically like the types of aliens that people have said they've seen and like what maybe their purposes of being here or like maybe where did the stories come from?
Agreed. I hate that they changed it from UFOs to UAPs. They're like, yeah, we can't be caught dead saying UFO anymore because it makes us look crazy. So let's just change the name.
I mean, I think that is why they did it because they want to take it more seriously now, I think. So like if you say UFOs, you have the connotation of
Right, because they made everyone who talked about UFOs sound crazy.
right. And now they're like, "Oh, let's just backtrack on that."
Yeah, we're like, actually, we do want to talk about this, so let's,
Yeah. Yeah, UFOs don't exist, but UAPs do. I don't know. But first I thought like we could talk about the congressional hearing, which was held on July 26th, so it's been a while, but did you like see anything from this?
I feel like I saw like little clips on TikTok, but I was kind of like trying not to see it
Oh.
because I thought it would make me go crazy.
Oh no. Oh, is this
No, it's
topic
good.
okay
No,
for
it's
you?
good. Yeah, we're good. I would rather
Okay.
hear it from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a little bit on TikTok, but it wasn't making sense to me what I was seeing, but there were like five key things I guess that I thought we should cover. So first, there was a story about a UAP accelerating at supersonic speeds. So, a former Navy commander, David Fravor, said he and three other military pilots saw a white tic tac shaped object in 2004. So, I don't know if you've heard of this, because I feel like I heard of that.
Oh, I have heard of the TikTok thing, and he's like a very credible source.
Yeah. So, he said it was hovering below their jets above the Pacific Ocean. So, he descended to like inspect the object, but then the object ascended and approached him as well. And then he said the object like had no visible rotors, wings, or exhaust. And like as it ascended towards him, it then vanished and like reappeared a few seconds later, like 60 miles away. So he said like he told the committee that the technology they encountered defies explanation. And he said the technology we faced is far superior to anything that we had, and there's nothing we could do about it. Nothing. Just kind of
Can
scary.
you imagine, like, you're probably pretty comfortable in a plane in the sky. Like, you're there every day, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, this thing is there, and it's like doing stuff that to your knowledge is impossible. Like, what I don't. He had waited a while to say anything about this, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think it was. He waited a really long time, but, like, they had video of it. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
they
yeah.
had record of it. It's just crazy. I don't know what I would do.
I don't know what I would do either. Like, would I just forget that I saw it? Like, convince myself it wasn't real, like it's a dream or something?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Or I'd be like, no, that was probably something completely rational and not at all
Yeah,
what I think I saw.
but it's crazy. I mean, 2004, and he's still like saying that he saw that in a congressional hearing now. So it's like you kind of have to
Right.
take him at his word at this point. But
Yeah. And I don't think the
right,
story has like
yeah.
changed too.
The second thing was the federal government is most likely in possession of UAPs, according to David Grush, who is a former U.S. intelligence official. And he said there was a multi-decade Pentagon program to collect and reconstruct crashed UAPs. And he also said that the way it was funded was a misappropriation of funds. So, like, a secret, like, here's funds for something, but actually we're going to take it for the secret thing and it's going to be unaccounted for.
That doesn't surprise me. I feel like they do a lot that way, but like,
I know. Didn't they lose? Wasn't that a recent thing? Like, Pentagon lost millions of
$5 billion
Yeah.
in
Is it
Ukraine.
going to this?
Maybe.
Oh,
I think they said it went to Ukraine and no one can like account for it, but yeah, that
okay.
happened.
Yeah. Crazy. The third thing was while Grush had said he never personally spotted a UAP, he said he knows multiple colleagues who were injured by UAPs, and he has also interviewed people who had recovered non-human biologics from crashed UAPs. And he said he couldn't say more to that because they were trying to say, like, what's biologics and stuff, and he said he couldn't say more because it's classified still.
Oh my god. See, my thing is like, how can things be classified? I guess a congressional hearing is like public, but like, they need to be able to talk about this stuff. Like, how can you have all this stuff going on and the government does, like, Congress can't even know about it? And it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing it then. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. But later, like after the hearing, a Pentagon spokesperson said that David Grush's claims were
Well,
false
of
about
course
the
they did. Of
biologics. I
course
know.
they did. That makes them look really bad.
Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, he said it was still classified, so that's all he could say. So it makes sense that they're like, actually, none of it's true.
Right. We have people finding out about this. We'll
Yeah.
probably be dead in like 6 months.
Oh, no. I mean, hopefully not. Now he's kind of famous, I guess,
They'll
right?
Bob Lazar him and like just make him sound
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
But I mean, we're getting to that, but the congressional hearing like is calling for it to be taken more seriously.
Yes.
So, the fourth thing, well, this is where it says it. Yeah, the federal government is being pushed to establish clear channels of communication for UAP information with the public as well as the military, which includes a comprehensive reporting process that is safe and transparent. So, a former Navy pilot, Ryan Graves, testified that military pilots do not feel adequately briefed on UAPs, which hampers their ability to respond to any encounters. And he also said commercial pilots also encounter UAPs and they have no idea what to do or like who to report to.
I mean, that's like fair.
Yeah,
When I was flying this weekend, I was like, what if I just saw something right
I
now? Like, what
know.
would I do?
Right. I do look outside a lot and I'm like, what if I just saw something? I would just, okay. I probably wouldn't say anything.
I think I saw a UFO when I was little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend and I were playing on the playground at school. And like we both, I mean, it looked like a flying saucer, so maybe it literally could have been remote controlled. Someone's fucking with us,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like we saw it and it was just hanging out, and then it just flew away. Like
Oh,
I've asked her about it, and she remembers it too.
that's crazy. My dad and brother have seen stuff in our backyard. They used to camp in our backyard and they said they saw like a group of lights that just sat there before.
Oh, this was broad daylight,
Oh, well, that's crazy too. Yeah. Wow.
like recess.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, now that they're saying they're out there, there has to be like so many people have seen stuff.
Yeah.
But the last thing was like some people during the hearing argued the stigma of reporting UFO sightings, as well as the harassment of those who investigate them, may hinder efforts to determine their origins. So people like are silenced from reporting for fear of professional or social repercussions. And also the FAA has no mechanism for pilots to report UAPs and like tells them instead to tell civilian investigation groups, which are then ridiculed.
Tell the police. Police are like, we don't give a shit.
Or like the ufologists that investigate and stuff, but then they're called
Yeah.
crazy and Um,
Well, okay, why wouldn't we be concerned about something in our airspace though?
I
Like, why
know.
wouldn't that be like a military thing? Like, oh, I saw something and how do I know it's not like another country with better technology that we don't
Right.
know about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what they're getting at with this hearing. Because they did say, I mean, so Graves, the former Navy pilot, said he created a group to serve as a hub for pilots to report what they've seen now. So now it can be like a central thing. And then lawmakers are hoping by having like the hearing that pilots won't be afraid to speak up. And they're saying like this is real and we should take it seriously and we need to report what we see for national security.
Right. I mean, like I said, what if it's not like aliens? What if it's something else and
Right.
we're just completely ignoring it because we don't want to sound crazy? Like that's
Yeah. I think that's why they changed it to UAP. I mean, it says the same thing,
probably
but yeah, UFO, everyone thinks Roswell and aliens, but UAP is just, it could be anything that we just don't know,
right.
I guess. But, um, yeah. I mean, I feel like UAPs could be man-made from another country, but the Tic Tac one that's like,
Right. I don't think they are, but like what if they are?
yeah, right. But that's what I have for the hearing. But the next I kind of wanted to get into the wow signal from space because it's super short and it wouldn't fit with other stuff and it's kind of alien-esque. So a quick little detour, but um, have you heard of the wow signal? I think we talked about this.
I think maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yeah, this was in 1977. Astronomer Jerry Amen, I think that's how you say it. He was working for SETI and they were using Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope and detected something that at the time was pointed at a group of stars in the constellation Sagittarius. So he captured a 72-second burst of radio waves and circled it on the printout, writing wow with an exclamation point. So that's why it's known as the wow signal.
Oh, I thought somehow it meant wow.
Oh no. No, he wrote wow because it was like crazy. But the Big Ear telescope consists of two feed horns that pointed at slightly different spots in the sky. And we know only one of the horns detected the signal, but they don't know which one it was. They don't know exactly which direction it was received from. But also, the Big Ear telescope is like a fixed radio telescope, so it's dependent on the Earth's rotation. It can only scan the section of sky that it's directly pointed at. So because of this, like it can only observe 72 seconds in the sky, which is why it was only
So there was
it could have
more.
been, yeah.
There was probably a lot more and it could only capture. We need one that spins. We need one that stays fixed
Yeah.
at a certain
I mean, we have
point, like
other
on a
ones
gyroscope or something.
that just constantly moves with the rotation. But then
Yeah, like it just
eventually,
stays where it is. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to be able to control it
yeah,
too,
because
but
otherwise it'd be like facing the ground at some point, trying to get a signal in space on the other side of the Earth.
I mean, they make them for like internet on boats
Oh,
that like auto adjust to the
that's
satellites.
cool. Well, this is what it caught. So I know other ones caught this signal, I guess. So it was pointed at the right spot at the right time somehow. Um,
That's so crazy.
yeah. And they said assuming like say there is an alien race that's sending out a steady signal to be found, like when we get that data, we would expect to see like the first 36 seconds was an increasing in strength and the last 36 seconds was decreasing in strength, which is exactly what the signal did. So it like
Oh my god.
thought that it's coming from like one point. Like it's not like something else that's moving in space.
Right, like kind of like the what is it called, like the Doppler effect,
Yeah,
where it
right. Exactly like that.
does, yeah, exactly what you just
Yeah.
described.
Yeah. That Doppler effect's a good one. But the graph that I included, like, is shows you the numbers that it got. So, like, the code was 6EQUJ5. So, like a blank space on the printout had an intensity of like 0 to 1, and then there'd be numbers 1 through 9, which represents the intensity. And then after that, you'd have A through Z,